Am I the a-hole for exposing my wife's girl's trip lie at the airport gate? I, 32M, honestly don't know anymore if I was out of line or if anyone in my position would have done the same. I've replayed this in my head so many times that I can't tell if I reacted like a normal human being. Or if I went too far. My wife, 30F, and I have been married for 4 years, together for almost 7. We weren't perfect, but I genuinely believed we had a strong foundation, good communication, trust, and a friendship underneath it all. She used to be my favorite person to talk to at the end of a long day. Somewhere along the line, that version of us just disappeared. Over the past few months, she started changing in ways I couldn't ignore: more makeup, hours at the gym after work, new outfits showing up almost every week, and long self-care sessions locked in the bathroom with her phone. She stopped sitting close to me on the couch, stopped laughing at the same dumb shows we used to watch together, stopped showing me things online. Her phone was always angled away, always on silent. And when I tried to talk to her, it was like pulling teeth, short answers, no warmth. I told myself it was burnout or stress. I wanted to believe that. I didn't want to be the paranoid husband snooping through things or accusing her of cheating when she hadn't done anything concrete to prove it. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. Then, out of nowhere, she told me she needed a girls' trip. Not asked, told. She said she and her 2 friends, Jenna and Marissa, were going to Arizona for a spa weekend and digital detox. The timing felt off. She gave me less than a week's notice, which was strange because she usually plans everything months in advance. She acted oddly dismissive when I offered to help book hotels or give her extra spending money. Just brushed it off and said she had it handled. A few days later, Jenna posted an Instagram story. She was in Miami, not Arizona. I tried to be calm. I showed my wife the story and asked, "Oh, I thought Jenna was going with you?" She barely looked at it, said something like, "Oh, that must be old," and immediately changed the subject. The kind of deflection that makes your stomach sink because you already know the truth, you just don't want to face it. The night before her trip, she was showering when her phone lit up on the counter. I wasn't looking for anything, but the preview of a message caught my eye. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Same gate?" No name. Just a number. My stomach dropped. I didn't open the phone. I didn't scroll. I just stood there staring at that one line until the screen went dark. It was enough. You know when something just clicks in your gut and your brain tries to fight it, but every instinct you have is screaming that you already know the answer? That was me. The next morning, I offered to drive her to the airport. She hesitated, like she needed a second to come up with an excuse, but then forced a smile and said, "Sure." The entire ride was silent except for the sound of her typing on her phone. She kept the screen tilted away from me the whole time. When we got there, she gave me the quickest kiss of our entire relationship, barely even touched my face, and said, "Love you, see you Sunday." Then she was gone. I sat in the car for a minute, staring out the windshield. My hands were shaking, but my chest felt empty. I don't even know what made me do it, but something inside me just said, "Go." So I parked, went inside, and kept my distance. She didn't go toward the gate for the Arizona flight. She turned right, straight to gate 18. Cancun. And that's when I saw him. Tall, tan, perfect hair, expensive clothes, the kind of guy who looks like he's never worried about anything in his life. He was waiting by the seats, looking around like he was expecting someone. When he spotted her, his whole face lit up. And she smiled back, the same smile she used to give me years ago, the kind that made me fall in love with her in the first place. She ran up to him and hugged him. Not a friendly hug. A familiar one. His hands went straight to her waist. Her arms were tight around his neck. It was long, intimate, full of the kind of relief people feel when they've been waiting to see each other again. That was it. I walked straight toward them. When she saw me, she froze. The color drained from her face. The guy immediately stepped back like he'd been burned. And I just said, loud enough for the nearby crowd to hear, "I thought you were going to Arizona with the girls." The silence that followed felt like an eternity. A few people looked over. Security started watching. She stammered, I can explain," but she couldn't, because the truth was right there in front of everyone. The guy muttered something like, "I should go," and took off without looking back. She tried to run after him, but security stopped her because she was causing a scene. She turned on me, crying, yelling that I'd ruined everything, that I didn't trust her, that I'd made her look crazy. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I didn't even raise my voice. I just said, "You missed your flight." And I walked away. She's been staying with her sister ever since. She's been texting nonstop, accusing me of humiliating her, saying I destroyed her reputation, made her look bad in public, and should have handled it privately. Her sister told me she's lost it. Her mom thinks I was too cold. Her friends are split. As for me, I just feel hollow. Like the person I loved isn't real anymore. So, Reddit, I'm genuinely asking, AITAH for confronting her publicly? Or was that the only way she was ever going to tell the truth?